Alright guys, welcome back to another Minecraft Xbox tutorial. Today I have something a little different. Instead of a full detailed tutorial, I'm going over a few basics of mob spawners and mob traps. As you can see here, we have a lava trap. I'll be going over how to make one of those, and also water channeling and mob trap designs, as well as collection systems. Alright guys, well, let's get started. Okay guys, so I'm just going to lay out a few basics of mob traps and the concepts that go into them. So first off, water can only travel 8 blocks, as you can see, 8 long, and here's the source block. This is key for mob traps and getting monsters to fall off the edge, so there will be an edge like this where they will be traveling down, and this is what keeps your trap open and allows them to fall off the edge. Also, lava, when there's a source block here, will travel 3 blocks. Over here, water, including the source block, travels 8. Lava, including source block, travels 4. And also, ladders create an air, like the ladder takes up this entire block, so the lava stops, and it'll even create air pockets in water, and this is key in designing your lava trap. And right here is an example of the edge of your mob trap, excuse me. So mobs think that signs are actual blocks where they actually just fall through them. So mobs generally don't fall off edges, but when you have signs on the edges, they think it is a real block, and so we'll just walk over there normal, but we'll actually fall off the edge. Alright, now let's get into the design of the watering channel system that I have set up. Okay, so first we need to get into what a mob spawner is. I'm sure most of you know, or a mob trap, either or. So it's having mobs spawn in an area that you designate them to. And this is my area. They spawn on can spawn on every gray block inside there, which it doesn't have to be stone. I just don't want farm animals and things like that spawning here. This is strictly a zombie, skeleton, creeper, mob trap, spider. And so I didn't want any farm animals spawn there, so I cover the dirt. But the whole basis of it is getting them to spawn in an area where you want, and forcing them into an area where you can kill them efficiently, is essentially what it is. So that is what all these water channels are doing. They all lead to the center of these 4 squares right there. And this is where the 8x8, or the 8 long, water traveling comes in handy. On flat land, water can only travel 8 spaces, so these are each 8 long channels that lead into another 8 long channel, which leads into another that drops down into the hole, and 8 long channels are connected to them. These are 8x8 squares, and are really efficient because when mobs spawn on them, any direction they walk pretty much will be into a channel that will eventually channel them down into the collection area and the killing trap. So this is a really efficient design. If you guys have any questions on how to set this up or what to do, just leave a comment and I'll try and help you out with some tips. I'll try and get some tips in at the end also. So here we are in the mob trap, down a little bit closer. So when starting one out, pick a fairly large area. Now there are a few different variations. You can build in the air. You can dig this area out, say underground, but they all lead to the same thing. All these channels, as you can see, are going downhill, and they all just keep connecting to each other, and all eventually lead into a central collection point. Now what I did was I dug a 2x2 square, and then dug out. As you can see, it's in a bit of a plus sign shape, so you can imagine the 2 by 2 and then 2 off each side like that, and then dug my 8-block channels back just to give a little more room when multiple mobs are falling into the trap at one time. Also, I will go explain what that is down there. I'll kind of touch on it a bit right now. When the mobs fall down, they drop into that water, which is also an 8-block channel, but is much wider, and takes it into an area where the mobs are funneled into and are taken to the lava trap. Now, as you can see, the water on right here goes up a little bit, but don't worry, because the water is still flowing this way even though it looks like it's stopped. And also, another note is when enclosing these spaces, mobs need 3 blocks to spawn, so that's why these are 4 tall. So when you place the roof, it will be 3 blocks high, 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, let's go dive deeper into the inner workings of the lava trap. So here we are. Here is where all the channels lead, and this is what I showed you up above. This is the area that all the mobs will fall into and get sucked into the lava trap. So these are just, of course, a flat 8 long, I think it's 4 wide water channel that just carries them, the mobs, into this area right here. Now, normally there's a wall here, 2 blocks, but I had to get in here. There we go. So here's what it would look like in normal operating conditions. So what it is your main goal is to funnel them into a 1 or 2 block area. So as you can see, this is 4 wide, so we needed to cut it down. So in doing so, when you get it down to, and in the description will be a link to a video on how to build a lava trap. I'm just touching on it a little on this one. So for the water to collect properly, you're going to want to place a source block. This is a source block right here, facing towards the flow of your, however you channeled it. If you did this on this side, you would place your source block right here, because if you placed a source block right here in the current setup, the mobs would just get pushed into corners like this and wouldn't actually go into your trap. So lava is held up by ladders right here, and the mobs get stuck right here and then bounce up and down, and the water doesn't save them. The mobs die a lot faster, obviously, and it's on peaceful. Unfortunately, I cannot show you a way to prevent spiders from clogging your trap because I do not have any cactus on this map. But pretend that this block right here is a piece of cactus, and even any of these 3, because spiders will get down here and just stay right here because the lava won't be able to kill them. So anywhere that you can put cactus will be an efficient spider killer. Alright, I will break these 2 blocks and just show you where the collection is done. So here we go. To extend the water current, I just dug 1 layer down and the water just keeps flowing. So what will happen is when all the mobs die, their items that they drop will flow down here and into this corner right here. So if you wanted to go AFK for a while and just sit here while your trap did all the work, that's very effective. And yeah, that's pretty much the basics of mob spawn traps and where to get them to spawn and how to do all that. As you noticed on the trap, I didn't have any signs on the edges yet. That is because I'm not quite done, but just note that signs are supposed to be on the edges of the trap. Thanks for watching, guys, and yep, keep Minecraft in 1.8.2 update coming soon. Woohoo!